Now, here is Young. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they could.
All right, folks, I'm back.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead.
So as you can see, Isaiah Thomas is going off once again in my journey to evolve Isaiah Thomas from Amethyst. That was my collector's reward at 750 cards. They called it the Sixth Man Award. Rightfully so. And get in. Oh, nice. So
scoring again.
I have him at pink diamond, obviously, so amethyst to diamond,
at the right time.
And then diamond to pink diamond, and now pink diamond to galaxy opal. And I just wanted to share with you what I think, and I've tried everything, and I will talk more about it during the next game. But you know, we get about 700 MTs per game, and you know, that one he scored 65 points or so. The game I played right before this one, he also scored 65 points, and I just wanted to share with you what I think is the fastest way to do it. So this is week 8 challenge, but I guess that really doesn't matter. It's pro difficulty and 3 minutes, so that, you know, you don't feel like it's any more difficult than it actually is. Oh, that's good. I got that for relatively cheap. So this is the fastest method to evolve Isaiah Thomas or anybody that needs points. So now, as you can see, he is at 3,962 points of 5,000 needed. So let's just say he needs 1,000 more points, and I'm trying to get there as fast as possible. And what I'm about to show you is, after having tried everything, the fastest way for him to score. Now, a couple of cleanup things I need to do. I used up all the browns, as you can see. I used up a lot of the silver, and now I'm in the, let me see, I still have several silvers. Yeah. Okay. And 8 of my starting lineup of all pink diamonds and above have diamond contracts, so I don't have to worry about reloading every time. So now I just use the scrubs and just keep replacing them out with players that have contracts that they give you when you cop the card in the first place. But anyway, this is how I am quickly getting to scoring my Isaiah Thomas. I think it was week 8. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right in here. So 3-minute quarters, pro difficulty, and it's Atlanta, right? So I have my IT Evolution card. You'll see I've done this a couple of times before, but just in case you're new, welcome first and foremost. Please sub, please comment. If you have a more efficient way, I'd love to hear about it. I am trying to show you what I think is the quickest way to score as many points as possible. The assists and 3-pointers and games needed for evolution from pink diamond to galaxy opal, those are going to be, you're going to accomplish and check those off way faster than 5,000 points. I can assure you of that. So the only thing I have left is about 1,000 points to go, and after trying everything. So what I mean by what I've tried everything, I have tried playing Triple Threat offline, which, you know, it's not bad. He averages about 12 points a game, and it takes me about 6.5 minutes to 7 minutes to complete a game. So if you do the math, you know, unfortunately with the vault opening and loading times and this and that, I can only get in maybe 7 or 8 games at the most. So when you do the math, you'll score maybe 120 points at the most an hour if you try to grind using Triple Threat offline to score as many points as possible for your evolution cards. With that said, I do also want to point out the average MT for Triple Threat offline for me was about 250. So let's say out of 8 games that I could totally play, you know, that's about 2,000 points, let's say. 2,000 MT points per hour. So 120 points and 2,000 MTs an hour doing Triple Threat offline. Now, if you win those games, obviously, there's the benefit of opening the vault if it opens. So I don't want to take away the fact that Triple Threat offline, you do get more than when you play these challenges, in that you could have opportunity to get cards, tokens, and other rewards. So it's just a preference in terms of what's more important to you. But to me, time is valuable, and scoring as many points as possible so that I can finally get this evolution done. Very nice. So that's why I think this method is the best. Now, I think some of the big time YouTubers, I'm not saying they're wrong. You know, they say play domination against the weakest team, which is the 2020 Suns, if you will, at the rookie difficulty, and try to score 70, 80 points a game, and that way you can grind to points pretty rapidly. Now, I've tried that method, and I've tried playing domination and other methods. At the end of the day, there is, and then even with weekly challenges, if you go back to earlier ones from like week 1, week 2, weekly challenges, some of them are at rookie level difficulty. I think 2K did that because back then, chances of people getting really good cards wasn't as good as it is in week, 17, 18, or whatever we are now, because they've released so many good cards since September 6th. So I can see why they've done away with rookie difficulty. Now, the problem with rookie difficulty, domination, or weekly challenges is you get 75% of the MTs that you earned while you were playing the game. Now, that means if you scored 1,000 MTs, you're only going to get 750 of those if you play rookie difficulty, because the game is basically penalizing you for playing in the lowest difficulty that the game offers. Now, the flip side of that, of course, is, if you play Triple Threat, at some point, I think, after 50 games or something like that, it becomes a higher difficulty, All-Star, Superstar, whatever it is, and you get a 1.25 multiplier, meaning if you were to score 1,000 MT during the game, the game will give you 1,250 MTs, but it's more difficult for you to score. So rookie level, you would think, is an easier AI difficulty, therefore you score more because you're playing against a lesser, you know, I guess talented computer team, if you will. But I don't think it's worth losing 25% of the MTs. So I played higher difficulties and lower difficulties, and this right here, what I'm doing right now, it is the best way that I have found to keep as many MTs as possible while scoring as many points as possible. So, you know, when you get up to all-star difficulty, you don't hit your threes as often. If you don't believe me, just go to the practice with one of your players and shoot threes in each difficulty, and you will see you don't green as often, you don't make the whites as often. So, you know, same thing happens when I play my career. When I play the park versus NBA games versus the rec against other players versus the computer live players, the game will make the difficulty go up so that you have to be more precise to score or green your shots. So when you factor all that in, you will score the most MTs and score more points by using this method of playing 3-minute quarters and at the pro difficulty. And I have found Atlanta Hawks in week 8, 3-minute quarter, with their defense and whatever else you want to call it, I can score basically 60 points a game easy with Isaiah Thomas, and this is what I'm going to do to score the next 1,000 points to get Isaiah Thomas the final evolution to Galaxy Opal. And you might be wondering, well, why 3 minutes? Why not do 4 minutes at pro difficulty or 5 minutes? Well, herein lies the problem. And that's a very good question, and trust me, I think I said this in some of my other videos, but if you're new, I am a scientist by training, and as such, everything I do in life and games and just anything, it's inherent. I like to think of myself as a problem solver, and I'm very good at it, and that's because I approach everything with scientific mindset, and you know, numbers don't lie. You know, only people that manipulate numbers lie, if you will. But data is data. And when I looked at 3 minutes versus 4 minutes versus 5 minutes, even 6-minute quarters, the problem is at 3 minutes a quarter, I'm scoring about 5 points a minute, okay? And you'll see this. That's why I'm doing this. He has scored 35 points in 6 minutes, which is more than 5 points per minute. But let's use 3-minute quarters. That's 12 minutes a game, and he's averaging 60 points a game. So that's exactly 5 minutes every minute, okay? So with that said, if you go to 4 minutes per quarter, which is 20 minutes a game, at 5 minutes a quarter, 5 minutes, 5 points a minute, one would expect to score 100 points a game if the quarters were 4 minutes instead of 3 minutes. But that's not true. The computer adjusts, and it's kind of like when you play Madden or any kind of game, and by going, increasing the quarter length, you think you score more. Well, it doesn't work that way. The AI is smart enough to adjust, and perfect case in point would be, again, while a lot of you play only MyTeam or only my career, I'll play both. And I am a superstar 1 in my career, which takes a lot of time and a lot of skill to accomplish. And I am also a baller collector in my team, which also takes a lot of time and a lot of money and whatever to get there. Essentially, when I play in my career, in my NBA side of things, by going from, say, 8-minute quarters a game to 12 minutes a quarter a game, that's a huge increase, right? That's like 25% increase in time. So if as a team or as myself, if I'm scoring, say, 50 points a game, that doesn't mean I'm going to all of a sudden score 60 points or 75 points, or if we score as a team 100 points, all of a sudden you're going to start scoring way more because you play more minutes. No, absolutely not. It doesn't work that way. And same thing here in my team. 3 minutes a quarter does not mean you're going to score same per minute if you were to play 4-minute quarters or 5-minute quarters or 6-minute quarters. So, having said all that, now, are you going to make more MT? Well, absolutely. To me, again, it's about priorities. If you want an opportunity to have a chance at, Diamond Giannis, and then play TTO, but you're not going to score as many points, and you're not going to score as many, or you're not going to earn as many MT points an hour if you were to play triple threat offline while you grind versus playing in the weekly challenges. So, but at the same time, one would argue, well, MTs are more important to me, then you should play at a higher difficulty, and you should play as many minutes as possible. But again, it depends on your priority. To me, the sweet spot for scoring as many points per minute as possible so that I can get to and maximize and optimize the most efficient way to get to my Galaxy Opal Evolution for Isaiah Thomas is by doing exactly this, which is 3 minutes a quarter at pro difficulty. And my preference after trying out pretty much everything is to play against this what appears to be the 2020 Atlanta Hawks team at pro difficulty, like I said, 3 minutes a quarter, and that optimizes my points when I look at in terms of per minutes. So in 1 hour, I'm going to earn somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,300 MTs while scoring about 180 points every hour. So after 10 hours, that's 1,800 points, and so on and so forth, with only 1,000 more points to go until I'm at Galaxy Opal. I only need about, let's say, at 180 points an hour, I would say 7 hours-ish, 7-8 hours. So while I've been talking, I have not been concentrating on the game itself, but you can see that I'm at 50 points and he's the only one doing the scoring. And again, NBA is getting smarter too, and everybody's using data analytics, and the worst shot in NBA is mid-range because it only gives you 2 points, and because you're not a layup or a dunk, the percentage of you making it goes down, and then compared to three-pointers, which gives you, oops, I got pushed out of bounds, which gives you 3 points, which is 33% more than a bucket or a dunk, 2 points. your percentage of make versus miss does not change all that much between 3 and a 2. Basically is what data is saying, which is why they say mid-range shots are not efficient shots, because it doesn't give you a chance at 3 points, and you miss it about as much as 3-pointers, or at least does not give you the added benefit of misses versus points you could potentially get, which is why they say mid-range shots are very inefficient, which is why I also shoot 3-pointers quite often, as you can see, because if I'm going to miss a shot, I'd rather miss a 3-pointer, because if I make a shot, a 3-pointer, in 2 of those shots, it equates to 3 mid-range shots, but chances of me missing either or, 3-pointer or mid-range, are about the same, and I'm not going to be able to drive and dunk at will. So yeah, I mean, it's all math. I guess we can have a lesson in that one day if you like, but right now we're playing a video game, and I'm just letting you know my method, I believe, is pretty darn good. It guarantees you the most points per game per minute, and then most MT points, because you don't have to worry about losing 25% by playing rookie, but then you don't sacrifice a better defense by AI, which means you're going to score way, way less if you play All-Star or Superstar difficulty. And get in. Oh, okay, so he scored 61 points, right on cue. And then let's see how many MT points. This is the 3rd game I've played in an hour at 12 minutes a game, with load times and stuff. Let's say it takes about 16 minutes, so that's three games you can get in per hour. So I am well on my way. Another 7-8 hours of this, and I'm gonna earn 700, 2100, 2200 MTs, and yeah, I believe this is the best method. I've taken a lot of keeping up with a lot of data per game, and I've done my own analysis, and I can tell you 3 minutes at pro, you will get to your evolution the fastest. So I appreciate you giving me a chance, and please subscribe and please comment. If you have a better method, I'd love to know more about it, because I'm not here to tell you my way is the best way. I am just sharing with you what I think is best based on everything I've seen. So I am at 4,023 total points, so less than 1,000 to go at 180 points per minute. I'm going to quickly do that math right now by hand. Let's see. Yeah, so 6, 8, 4. Yes, it's going to be about 6 hours, and within 6 hours, somewhere between 5.5, 6 hours, I should get to 1,000 points. And I will be back, obviously, to give you the evolution, the nice animation of Amethyst going to Galaxy Opal, and then my huge increase in every points. As you can see, the most exciting thing is 91 speed going to 97 speed with ball and acceleration, and then my 3-point going from 95 to 97, and with coach upgrades and what have you, he's going to be basically 99 3-point shots. So I'll have Ray Allen Galaxy Opal and Galaxy Opal Isaiah Thomas and Derrick Rose speed at 99. I'm just going to be unstoppable, I think, and should be able to complete my let's see, domination, which here I am. I'm almost done with historic, and then we'll get going with all-time domination, but I'm intentionally waiting to do all-time domination until I have Galaxy Opal Isaiah Thomas. And it's just I just feel like, I mean, let's look at his card real quick. Isaiah Thomas, he's really good now, since I played him as an amethyst and then as a diamond and then as a pink diamond for quite some time. I can tell you, I know this card extremely well. And he's got 16 Hall of Fame badges now, and he's about to get 3 more, so he's going to have 19 Hall of Fame badges, which is pretty darn good if you ask me. And the list goes on and on and on. And yes, he's short, and he's this. He doesn't play defense, some people say, but I'm telling you, he does so much. And just to give you as a comparison, Ray Allen has 20 Hall of Fame badges, and of course, he is taller. I mean, I get that, but Isaiah Thomas can hold his own, and I'm excited to hopefully by sometime tomorrow finish this grind, which has been a lot of fun. And I appreciate you guys coming for the ride, and I cannot wait to see what his overall number is going to change to, and it's just very exciting. So anyway, have a great night, and we'll talk soon.